if you stand back from it and you think about it, you think, Hard Knocks? What does that mean? I've been covering the NFL for, feels like 50 years, and I'd never heard the phrase Hard Knocks. Nobody says Hard Knocks. Been to dozens of training camps. Nobody talks about Hard Knocks. But it worked. It caught on. Now everybody knows Hard Knocks. It's kind of a lame expression, but it works for this show, because when you hear Hard Knocks, your eyes widen and you perk up, because you want to know just how inside they're going to be able to get this time. So this year's Hard Knocks obviously features Aaron Rodgers and this year's new look New York Jets. It's an Aaron Rodgers production from start to finish, as it should be. It's like my producer Tyler Korn said to me, it's like they present Aaron as a combination of Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, and Jesus, and they do. And my biggest takeaway after I watched episode 1 is that, are these Jets ever in for a long fall? And you can take that two ways, as in a long autumn or a long descent, one way or the other. These Jets are being put on a pedestal so high, so slippery, that when they fall, it's going to be a long way to the ground. And they are going to hit with the loudest thud that you will hear this year in the National Football League. Aaron is everything to the Jets. Aaron is the GOAT, as several players say. Aaron, as one player says, pardon my language, is cool as and I don't doubt that. He can be a very cool guy. Coaching staff is raving about how Aaron makes throws nobody can make in this league. I don't doubt that in 7-on-7s with no pressure on the quarterback. One of the other players quoted as saying, whatever they say about Aaron Rodgers on TV is a lie. No, it's not, if you're talking about me on TV, because my second big takeaway was, did anybody with the Jets, coaches or players, watch Aaron Rodgers the last 3 years when he had the 1 seed 3 years ago going into the playoffs and lost an NFC championship game at home to Brady's Buccaneers? When he stunk up the fourth quarter, when he stunk up first and goal at the 8, did anybody see that? Did anybody see his young head coach opt to take a field goal that cut the lead to only 31-26? That math doesn't work. But his coach had seen enough. I don't want him to go for it on fourth down, because I don't think he can convert 4th and 8, because he hadn't been able to convert anything else. Anybody from the Jets see what happened 2 years ago when they had the 1 seed, Green Bay did, and lost a home game when Aaron stunk it up to Jimmy G's 49ers? Anybody see last year when all they had to do was beat the lowly Detroit Lions, their perennial doormat of their division? All they had to do is beat them at Lambeau on the frozen tundra to get into the playoffs, and they failed because Aaron stunk. Anybody see his career low numbers last year? I don't know. Apparently not. Jets camp is so big that the voice of Hard Knocks, Liev Schreiber, one of the great actors of our time, in my humble estimation. Do you know Ray Donovan? This is Ray Donovan. He comes in via helicopter First time the voice of Hard Knocks has ever attended any NFL camp. And he comes out to see Aaron bleeping Rodgers, New York bleeping Jets. He says he wanted to drive, but the producers said it would be more dramatic if he swooped down via helicopter. And down he came. Ray Donovan was there. You see, I don't know, Ernestine and I saw every Ray. We were so into Ray Donovan. It always shocks me how an actor can pull off a character that is so ruthlessly mean and bad, and then be so mild-mannered and soft-spoken in public, as Liev was at Jets camp. He was funny, but he was soft-spoken and came off nothing like Ray Donovan. But the point was, he was there. I just don't think this team can live up to this kind of hype, this kind of expectation that only New York can generate. There's a story that Robert Saleh, the coach, tells his team early in this episode in a team meeting about the eagle and the crow, how the eagle doesn't stoop to fight the crow with clearly superior talent, that he flies higher and higher, takes the crow higher and higher in the altitude until the crow finally just suffocates and has a long fall back to the earth. Saleh's point is that all the critics are going to fall like the crow on their faces. So I looked up the story on the internet, and there's actually another eagle-crow story that I found. I think it's a bigger and better one, has more claim to fame than this story. And this is about the crow trying to be the eagle and failing miserably. And the moral to the story is, don't take on more than you can handle. Jets.
I hope you enjoyed that video. You ready for more? Make sure you click that subscribe button for all the exclusive content from the Skip Bayless Show. And don't forget to check out the full episode of the show wherever you get your podcasts by clicking the link in the description.